so everybody could see what they were doing. Now, this is the window, be careful right here. This was our gas heater was.
What was that noise?
This is my phone.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but we got that pipe sticking out, so we put that on there to
Okay.
prevent it. But this is what we have 2 cells that belong to the women. And that one has been painted over like the outside, but this one you can see still has some writings on the walls.
Okay.
And this cell is very active.
Okay.
And
it's active with female spirits? Okay.
a lot of times when we're in there and we got EVPs going, you just hear, it sounds like a bunch of women all talking at the same time. And if you'll notice, the ceiling is made with the corrugated metal. And now this one looks pretty good, but it's the ones upstairs that is not as good shape.
Okay.
I will go back around.
What do you mean that this was painted over?
I feel like this is painted. They were in the
Okay.
process of fixing it, so there's no writing or nothing on the walls.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, be careful.
Okay, I'm actually gonna let you go in front of me since you have the light.
Okay. Watch out, Stan. Drop down.
Yeah, that bounce was weird, really.
And on this side, this is where the deputy would set as they were checking them in, or the guard board was set in here and process them as they were brought in.
Okay.
Now on this, we're not sure what this room is for. We think maybe it was running a holding cell,
Okay.
but this is one small fireplace that they had.
Yeah, that would.
So I don't know, maybe they just had a wood stove or something maybe, because there's a hole that goes up this way.
Okay.
And this is the witch's hat, this is one of the originals, the one that's up there now is replicas, but this is an original witch's hat. That's what is on top of the building.
Right.
Now, this is wood.
Can I take pictures?
Yeah. This is from the movie that was made here. This is where they just created a scene. And they would not have had wooden bars.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
this is something
very
that,
secure.
right. This doesn't lock, it doesn't lock or anything. It's got nothing on it, but it really doesn't lock. They moved,
What movie was made here?
what was the name of it?
Heaven's Fall.
Heaven's Fall. They bought the cot from upstairs and they bought the toilet from the 2nd floor.
So it was just an open room?
Yes, it was just an open room. So that's why we think maybe this was just a holding cell until they got them processed.
Right.
So they probably have some benches in here or something, you know, but I don't think there really was any plumbing. I think this was more like a, air vent for the plumbing upstairs. There's no plumbing to that toilet, it's just sitting on top of the floor. Try not to shine. You can see this is filled with some really old books that was from that era that they actually used. And this is the kitchen. And it has a storeroom or closet pantry over here. And we had the working wood stove on this corner, but this is a moonshine still. And the actual furnace to it is outside. But this whole thing here is a moonshine still.
When was the moonshine still in production? When did they use it?
Now, that I'm not sure of, but it's the early 1900s. But it's.
I mean, it wasn't here, it wasn't in use at the jail?
No, it was not. It was brought in later.
Okay.
Where they found the steel, and I guess you would say the revenuers confiscated it.
Just like they say in the song?
Yes, yes. And these were some old wagon wheels. They had they have a cage out back, this old lion's cage, and it was set up on the wagon. And the wagon since has rotted, but they still have the cage around there. And what they use that cage for, when they would transport prisoners from here to the Midway jail and back, you know, when they were either too full here or they needed to be seen in court, then they would transport them back and forth.
Very dignified.
You mean, I'm not telling you, I'm bad.
Make sure you
Nope,
hold on to
it's
the
a
rail.
no.
Maybe like to push you down.
Okay.
This is a very unique room. If you want to step inside. I'm just gonna demonstrate. I'm not gonna lock you in, okay? I can shut this door, and I can lock it from the outside, and that you can reach in. But shut that door. How does it latch? And I'm the jailer. I need to get in.
I can lock you out.
Yes. So this was actually the conjugal visit room.
Oh,
So they needed privacy, and that's how they got it.
okay.
And watch your step here, there's some jungle metal. This is the second floor. He's the one that fell asleep with a cigarette, and the mattress caught fire. It's flame retardant, so it smoldered, and it smoked up all of these levels from here up. Now this one, we got a lot of blood splatters on,
Okay.
and even up the wall. I don't really know which critters were in there.
Mm-hmm.
I have to come back up here and talk with them about looking through some of their records. I want you to step up right here. This is what we call the bullpen, where the prisoners came and ate their meals. The toilet that was downstairs was here.
Okay.
Of course, you know, they would be doing their business or taking a shower while people was eating. Because they would become so overcrowded that they would have actual bunks in here for you to sleep on. And they could close off this whole floor, this whole level, and just keep just these persons in here. Now, these were not the really bad criminals that was here.
So you're saying in between meals, or they would eat meals in here, and then at night they would convert this into sleeping quarters? Okay.
And sit here. Now think about your eating. Let me shut this door. You're eating, you're talking to some other guys, and boom, they hang somebody and the body falls right there. The trap door.
That's what that time was. Okay.
And we have had some escapes. This floor right here, as you see, the floor is damaged, and the rails, they kind of cut their way through. They walked around the cell, and then on the outside of the door here, you can see on the wall where it was patched.
Uh-huh.
That's where you went through the wall.
That's concrete.
That is bricks behind there, but it is like a stucco.
Stucco, okay.
Stuff. See up there, it's not very.
Oh, okay.
And he went all the way through and dropped to the ground. And they found him dead in a bar later.
Okay.
And the guy that killed him, because this guy was named Willie Upshaw that did this, they found him later where a man had killed him, and they brought the killer to jail. That stands on.
So they brought the killer back here.
Yes. JW, man, if you smoke and you take some off the cigarette and then hold it out like this and say, do you want a drag off my cigarette? You'll see the lit end of it light up.
Okay.
Sit down. Now we're gonna go on the first floor. It's gonna count the foreign criminals. the murderers and the rapists were up here.
Was there a reason why they kept them on the third floor? I mean, I know why they kept them separate, but.
Yeah, it was just mainly to keep them separate, but the furnace and the rooms are a little bit deeper.
Okay.
But would you believe that the actors had a special room for them as well?
Oh, that's a nice touch. What's that?
I think this is where they were just coming in and painting,
Oh,
testing the paint on the walls. They did have the bell that would sound, and they had different things going on.
yeah.
Also, you'll notice one of the prisoners called his name.
T.P. Tyson, September 1959.
Yes.
What do we know about him?
I don't know anything about him yet. He's one of the ones we're trying to find out more about.
But you've tried looking and you just
Yeah.
can't find anything
I
yet?
haven't been able to find anything yet. And now on this, we're gonna ask that you don't step on the red tape. You're gonna step around.
Because that's the trap door.
Yes. It shouldn't come over.
But,
Okay. And you'll see right here is the lever, but it is padlocked.
it's still.
Because we have people like the one behind you likes to play with it. Alright.
I'll never admit to that.
You see, there's no eating area up here.
Okay.
It's just these 4 cells.
So they went downstairs?
No, they were served their food in their cell. The door
Okay.
is not open.
Okay.
Okay, this is Aberdeen's cell.
Okay, so he was the one that was accused of raping the white woman.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
But from our pictures of his sister, you can't tell his sister is not white.
So he might have been light-skinned as well.
Right, so it might have been just an affair. He might not have really raped her.
And he might have been light passing as well.
Yes. But they said this is where the blacksmith came in and cut him out, and then they had to repair the wires.
So why did they cut him out?
They were going to lynch him.
Okay.
So they held the blacksmith at gunpoint.
Okay.
But they had to get a guy in to identify him, but he had been shot already before they brought him in here.
Okay. He was in jail, how did he get shot?
They shot him before they brought him in. Shot him in the face with a shotgun. So, and we do find blood splatters here, and it's like a dragging mark because they drug him out of the cell.
Okay.
But they
And if
have,
you use that special light, or that special, you would see that?
yes, that's marking it right there.
Okay.
Yeah, we use luminol in a black light.
Uh-huh.
So.
Goes all the way out and goes all the way down. And when Vera was here, she slept in here all night. And she heard something, she sat up right here on the edge of this and went taking pictures all around.
By herself?
Yeah. Vera's the one that has the most haunted house. This stuff doesn't scare her. So she's caught pictures of a leg dropping down, which we have that on our website. So
No.
that's where it was. And they say that Willie Upshaw that escaped and his killer was brought back here.
Mm-hmm.
They say that the killer actually was in this cell and he actually hung himself. Well, they can walk around. Show you. You're on the thing, Stan.
It's okay. I can't walk backwards.
You can walk all the way around.
You're okay. It's not gonna bother.
I'm just, why tempt it, you know?
So, in the picture, what we call it was, you have the bar, then you have whatever it is out here, then you have the window. So whatever it is between the window and the bar.
Right, where there's,
But there's these things here that you very well could use to get up there and hang himself.
yeah.
And they say that he walks around this catwalk every night. And you can get on top of the suit and see some of those bars are missing too, so it could have been he was got up there sometime. So I don't know, I mean, I just don't know, but there's a lot of unanswered questions. And what is that? Is that just a break in the, that's just a break in the pipe, isn't it? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that hole right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Because it's not uniform, it looks jagged.
Yeah. Because some of the stuff is chipping off and
Right.
it falls down, see? So we have to be careful of that. So this is some of the repairs that they
Okay.
are planning
Yeah, so
to
it looks
do.
like the stucco,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not big, it might be then applied later.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking, because it hadn't been repaired. I think she did say that one time they did spend like $60,000 trying to fix it,
Yeah.
but they're still trying to raise funds to continue to fix it.
Okay, so there's a preservation society that's,
It's through the historical society. So like when people come, I say rent the place out, they, that goes to the historical society. So it's not just Polly Jail, but some of the other historical buildings that they're having to fix and restore. If you walk around on the other side of the catwalk and look up, you can see some of the damage done to the roof, to the, no, not the roof, but to the ceiling. Stan, there's a pile behind you.
I know.
so the damage is just normal,
Yes,
just from the age?
yes.
There isn't anything that caused anything to?
No.
Oh, yeah, there's a big hole.
There may be bats in there too, so be careful.
Bats
And-
eat mosquitoes, so they're good.
That's true, they do. And that's what I said, this right here really needs to be repaired. Now, they have been working on the roof, I do believe, but the inside stuff, they're having a problem finding somebody that can actually do this kind of work
Yeah,
here. So,
okay. So whenever you are doing research, looking up these people, what's the best way to do that? Just going
oh, I
and
have to
looking at
go,
public records and?
yes, going through the public records, libraries.
Mhm.
We have, two libraries, librarians on our team, and so they have had a lot, going to the courthouse, searching through records.
Like local genealogical societies,
yes.
things like that?
Yes,
I know there's a lot of retired women who love to
yes.
research family histories.
We do, and, I don't know, it's amazing old jail. It's odd how we like it, but we do. Hey, can I show her the cell? I want to show you something.
Okay.
This, when I do my regular tours, I ask them to go guy in jail and tell me what it sounds like.
Okay.
You gonna go in there while I do this?
Sure.
All right, here you go. That's
Loud.
what it sounds like. And it vibrates
And
the entire building.
Yes, it reverberated all around me.
Yep.
Around me. I heard it in the front and it was like, it went all the way around me.
Mhm.
Yes. Are we going this way now?
Yes, we'll go back downstairs.
Okay.
And there was no air conditioning in this place ever. There
Well, I
was,
believe that.
there was heat, you know, in certain areas, but it didn't warm the entire area. But they could count 12 bunks in one cell.
What?
Because they would turn them crisscross each other and they would cram them in there. And that's what I'm saying, when they got overfilled, they would actually shut the doors and they would be actually in the hallways between the cells, in the bullpen. I won't use this, use box. How did they have that in there like this, didn't they? It is.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We're going to be doing some more lives later and when we actually start investigating. Thanks again.